There, shipmates, Johnny back. This time it's a little bit more of a sobering video. This is a video about 5 potentially deadly knots that are in common use that I don't recommend. I have my reasons for not recommending them. 2 of them are actually found in the Scout's Handbook, and I'll start with the first one here. We have is everybody knows this one. Here we have the granny knot. See nice long tails there. And the problem with this knot is it tends to roll, slide, slip, jam, and eventually it'll work its way right out. A lot of people died over this knot. It's quite well known for that over the years. Then this one is the one that's supposed to be the safe version, or what most people would think of the same knot. It's the reef knot. This one is touted by the Scouts Manual as being a very handy knot and everything. What they don't tell you is this knot is really only suitable for tying up parcels or reefing sails is what it's for. This is not a knot that I would ever want to risk my life on. In fact, in the Ashley Book of Knots, he has a skull and crossbones next to this knot, simply because it has a tendency to do this. No matter how hard you pull that knot, it just comes out, capsizes very easily. And again, this is a real widowmaker. This one is quite well documented, this knot. Another one that I had mentioned in a previous video is the left-handed sheet bend. Now, I'm left-handed and I normally tie knots completely mirrored. This is sort of a half-mirrored knot. It's not a true left-handed knot. It's the problem with this one is that the tails come out on opposite sides of the line, and this cross-loads it so that it will not hold securely, and it will actually, again, work its way right out of the line. So that one's also very dangerous. Another one that I previously mentioned was the cowboy bowline, which is sort of a pseudo bowline. It is often mistied by people thinking they're tying a bowline. And as you can see, the tail is on the outboard side of the loop there. And again, it's one that tends to, because it's cross-loaded, it will actually migrate its way right off the line. And you know, if you have any kind of a load or weight on the line that's going to be loaded on and loaded off, so it's intermittent, knots like these are incredibly deadly. They just work their way right out of the line. This last one I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for, but this one's also in the Scout Manual, and it's often been touted as a nice, solid, secure knot. I've had some experiences with this one in the lobster fishery. It was quite commonly tied by some of the more lubberly fishermen in the harbour. This one particularly is not suited to braided line or to wet rope or any kind of conditions like this. It has a tendency to either lock on so solid, generally with twisted rope, that you have to cut it off, or it slides right off. It tends to migrate right off the rope, as I'm going to demonstrate in a minute. I've actually watched this knot on a couple of occasions with a heavy load on it, and watched it the rope just pull its way back around through itself and just literally migrate right off the end. And I watched a very heavy object go crashing to the deck because someone had used this knot. This is something that could a real serious widowmaker if you're not careful. And the sad thing about this knot is incredibly popular, and people don't realize how dangerous it really is. This is one of the knots that on board my vessel, this is not allowed usage, because I've seen some very bad things happen. Personally, I've seen people injured over this knot, and I've heard rumors of people being killed by it. Anyway, without further ado, this is the round turn and 2 half hitches. Just to save time, I'm going to leave this tail a little bit shorter than I normally would. I've been testing this all night, and it actually migrates off quite easily. But just to make a shorter video without having to edit it, I'm going to start it along a little bit. Now, I'm going to give this a good pull, make sure she's as tight as she's going to go. And the problem with this one is if you get intermittent load on it, she'll just work her way right out. I rest my case. That's not a knot that I would ever want to risk my life to, or anybody else on my boat. Again, feel free to comment on this video and suggest other subjects for videos. And I wish you all calm seas, a pleasant voyage, and a mermaid in every port. Have a good day.